Hi! Don't worry, I absolutely have not lost the plot. Yes, I am sitting here with tape on the side of my face. So, like the video is titled, very easy eyeshadow. Is that even possible? Yes, it is. So I've pulled different methods from different people I've been following and I brought them all together into one video for you. So the first thing you need is some tape. Now, this is the key to getting a perfectly matching eye. So, tape. This is first aid tape. Where you want to apply it is where this part of your lash line here, this angle, as if that was running up to meet the bottom of your eyebrow, as though if these two lines continued on they would meet. It needs to run up there. Make sure when you're doing them both you've got them even. The first product we're going to use is our eye primer and it is amazing. The difference it makes is unbelievable. I'm going to show you on the back of my hand here. So these two, would you believe, are the same colour. This is Chipper from palette 1, this is also Chipper from palette 1. Look at the difference. This is it over the top of primer, this is it with no primer. That's also going to make it last so much longer. Ladies, if you're going to invest in eyeshadow, please invest in a primer. Look at the difference in that, it is amazing. It is a skin coloured primer. You just need a tiny bit. I would say that is enough for both eyes. Obviously I'm only doing one. So you're just going to pat that all over your eyelid. Okay, now we do a number of different palettes, but I'm going to be using palette 1. So palette 1, golds, browns, bronzes. So we're only going to use in about 3 different brushes. The first one we're going to use is our deluxe brush, and we're going to go in with a base. So we've already got our primer on. We're going to go in with Elated. It's a cream matte colour. So taking your brush, so once you've got enough on and you've tapped off the excess, this will also help with any falling down your face. You're going to press it onto the skin. Now, you're not going to swipe it on, you have to press it on because you want it to sort of sink into the skin, if that makes sense. And if you're wiping it and swiping it, it's just going to take it straight off again. So always pat very lightly into the skin. Now we're only taking this up to just below your brow bone, just where the crease of your eye is there. And one thing I would say, if I wasn't doing this video, what I do is I do Elated on this eye, Elated on that eye, next colour on that eye, next colour on that eye. I don't ever do one whole eye and then the other, just so you can make sure they match up. So fingers crossed by the time we get to the end these are the same. Now you've done your base, you're going to go with the next lightest colour, which is Sincere. You're going to take that from the inner corner of your eye to the middle, and this just opens your eye up. You want your lighter colours on the inside and your darker colours on the outside. Now you're not taking that any higher than your eyelid. So dead simple. We're not going to overcomplicate things here. Okay? And then we're going to take a darker colour from the middle to the outside. This is where your tape comes in. And for that one I'm going to use Swanky. We're just going to take that just on the eyelid from the middle to the outside. So you can see it's still very natural. Now, if you didn't want to go for a smoky eye, you could just leave that as it is. You know, if you were going to the office, or you know, you're just out shopping for the day but you wanted to have a little bit of eyeshadow on, you don't need to go and do a smoky eye. Those 3 colours that I've put on are enough for a daytime look. But we don't want that. We want to ramp it up a bit. So I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush. Now this isn't a unique brush because we don't have a big fat fluffy brush yet. As soon as we do, I'll no doubt be using it. But you do need a fluffy brush. I want to show you the best tips and ways to do that. So if that means me not necessarily using a unique product, then I'm going to bring you that information. So we've got Swanky here. I really want you to get the most out of the finished look, and we'll use whatever tools we need to. So don't be afraid to use the end of your brush. You want to dip it into Swanky, which is the one we've just taken from the middle to the outside as well. And what you're going to do is just in the crease, you are going to dab this in. Now it's worth noting, if you don't have a hooded brow, so your eye is quite smooth, you take that into your crease and round to the side, like I'm going to show you, if you have a hooded brow like I do, can you see how this droops? You don't want to go too far in there, because once your hood comes down, once your hood comes down, it's gonna be hidden underneath this skin. So just dabbing it on very lightly, just so you get the right shape and you're applying it in the right place. If your lids are hooded, you do need to go a little bit up and onto that brow bone. Okay, and again, this is where your tape comes in. You just follow the line of the tape. You don't have to be careful, and you're going downwards, so you're taking it in sort of a backwards C shape. So you've gone round. I take it quite far that way, you know, into the inner of your eye, and then just using your tape as a guideline, can't go wrong. Then you've got the start of your smoky eye. Now, to make it even more dramatic, I'm going to go in with our crease brush. Now, this is great for getting into that crease and just following the brow bone. You can't go wrong. You're just using this on your eyelid, so you can see how much smaller I'm going with that compared to the other colour we've just used with the big brush. That is how most people would do a smoky eye, but I've got something really exciting to show you. Well, I think it's exciting, you might not. But can you see the difference between this eye and that eye? Secret is face concealer. This is our skin concealer in the shade of Velour, and I'm going to use our cream shadow brush. So this is what we use to apply our splurge cream eyeshadows. You need a tiny bit. This stuff is so thick, you only need a tiny drop. Okay, that might even be too much. Where this inner corner of your eye is, where it's a bit lighter, before it starts to get darker, you're just going to dab that on. Okay, and you can see already the difference that's made. And I just use my finger to then mix it in, dab it on again. Now, to get the sparkle that we've got on this eye, we're going to go back to the first brush. So we've used this brush to apply 3 different colours, and we're going to go in with this colour here, Brassy, which is beautiful sparkly gold. I absolutely love it. So we're going to take that on our brush, and we're just going to go over the really light concealer section here. And there you go. Obviously I've got no mascara on this eye, but I have on that eye. Another thing I want to show you, this harsh line that you have here, you want to blend that out, and I'm going to use, these are our eyeshadow pigments, great value. They're just £10 a pot and they last you ages. So these are the same kind of product, except this is a loose powder, this is a pressed powder. They're both so highly pigmented, you just need a tiny amount. These are great. You just pop a little sprinkle into the lid. Okay, you'll need a tiny bit, and I'm going to go back with the big fat fluffy brush, and I'm just going to take it up on the end, and we're just going to dab it all underneath your brow bone, and then you're just going to use that to blend that harsh line out. So you're highlighting underneath your eyebrow and you're blending that harsh line out. Can you see the difference that's made there? Great. The next thing I'm going to show you, which is another tip of mine, is liquid eyeliner. Hate the stuff, can't use it. I love the finished look it gives, but I just cannot use it. So this is a great alternative for me. Now, the colour I'm going to use to do my liquid eyeliner comes in our palette 2, and we also have dark black one in palette 3. If you didn't want to invest in a second palette just for the sake of a black eyeshadow, we have another little pot of mineral pigments, totally in black, so you could just buy one of those on their own. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this little tool. This is our liner shader brush. It's a 2-in-1 product. You can use this for your eyeshadow, and this I use to do my liquid eyeliner. So what you want to do is you want to apply just a squirt of water. It can be any water, tap water will do, but I like to use our rose water because it smells lovely and gives it extra staying power. And you're going to go into the colour that you want using this liner shader brush. So you just, and you see, you just swipe it down, face down, so you're going straight down on it there, making sure the brush is wet, and you're just going to apply it as a liquid eyeliner. Now for some reason, I don't know why, but I go from the middle to the end and then the inner to the middle. Just makes it a little bit easier for us. So I'm going to have to use a mirror here. So you just apply it. It's so easy, you don't have to have a steady hand, it's really forgiving. If you make a mistake, it's easily wiped off. Just a little bit of practice, and then I go from the inside along to the middle. The wetter your brush, the darker it'll go, so I'm going to put a little bit more rose water on there. And again, can you see? Taking that along there like that. It's just so easy. It's so easy if you're doing other people's makeup to, you know, it doesn't matter if you have a shaky hand, because you just literally, it's a bit like dot to dot. You just sort of doing little brush strokes and lining them up. And I just think it frames your eye lovely. So that's one tip if you aren't an expert with liquid eyeliner. Another thing you can do with that is, for the length of that is, you can do a wing. So you just have it face down again, and all you do is you take it right to the corner and you're following the tape, and you literally press it on. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that very well. You just press it on using the tape as a guideline. It's the perfect length for a wing. Instant wing. There you go. And you'll see that when I take the tape off. Now, under this eye here, I have used, I tell you what, I'll take the tape off now. So we'll take the tape off and see what the wing has turned out like. Can you see how clean that is? Your brushes give you the perfect length, the perfect angle has come with the tape. I just think it's amazing. I just think that piece of tape is absolutely amazing. And then all I do to finish off is I go back with the crease brush that we did this darker V in, and just whatever product's left on there, I just smoke out underneath my eye. So don't put any eyeliner under my eye. I just use the product that's already on there and smoke it out. And there you have it. That is a dead easy eyeshadow tutorial. I'm sure you can all do that. It's nothing to be afraid of. Just get in there and have a go. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.